Well, hi everybody, it's Leanne Greff with today's live video. Every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Time, I host a video class to show off some of our Stampin' Up! Products and fun folds and whatnot. So I'm getting my laptop synced up and I guess we're ready to go. I have some great fun fold cards to show you today. Good morning, Trina. First one on. Yeah, and some dates and some news and that kind of thing. So we have Sale-a-Bration still happening, less than 2 weeks left of Sale-a-Bration and the opportunity to get free items with your order or join the Stampin' Up! Community and get a bunch of products free. Good morning, Barb. And Barb is one of my new flower bugs. Welcome, Barb, from Alexandria, Minnesota. So how are you doing, Barb? I know you were in the hospital for a little bit. So hopefully you're back and maybe staying with Joan here in Minot. Yeah, I would love to see you at the team meeting, but that is probably a couple weeks away yet. So yeah, we are freezing here in North Dakota. It is crazy temps. I think yesterday was 28 below. Yeah, and it's crazy. You just try not to go outside if at all possible. When you do, it's quick. I mean, you are running to get out of the cold. So let's see. Share a little bit of news. We will start with Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin, the current kit is called Daisy Daydream, and it's our March kit, and you have through March 10th to subscribe to this for this kit or to get a prepaid subscription. Now March is the anniversary of the Paper Pumpkin, and so they always include an extra stamp set in the Paper Pumpkin kit in March. So there'll be a bonus free stamp set. So you'll get 2 photopolymer stamp sets in this kit. So Sale-a-Bration is a great time to get a prepaid. If you get a 3-month prepaid, you get to choose a free Sale-a-Bration choice. If you are thinking of getting a 6-month or 12-month, you're going to get multiple Sale-a-Bration choices. And remember, you have the option to hold off or pause your subscription when you don't like an upcoming kit. So it's super cool that they always give us a shot or a screenshot and tell us if they're cards, if they're bags, if they're whatever it might be. So you have the opportunity to pause your subscription for that month. Say, yeah, I don't want that one. It's not my jive. So you can cancel. And then that just extends your 12 or 6-month, 3-month, or 12-month subscription. So it's a great time to do that. I will share that, I think on Friday. I will share, can't remember which day this week on my blog, and I'll share it on my Facebook page as well. You're freezing in Wisconsin too, Shar? Yeah, it is such a cold blast going through the Midwest. It's just nuts. I know it's life-threatening temperatures. So here is the inventory status report. I'm going to cover this up for a minute because I'm not going to talk about it yet. Okay, this is what is not available. There's only one designer paper. There's quite a few that are on low inventory. So I was expecting to have I'm going to just get the paper out here. This Bloom Impressions paper unavailable because a couple weeks back or maybe last week it was on low inventory and I thought they were going to run out and it would be gone, but it's not. It's not on low inventory anymore, so they must have a sufficient stock. So this is one of the Sale-a-Bration items, and I'm going to show this paper today as well. So let's see what else. The To The Point punch is a long time away, a couple months here, so that's unfortunate. The rest is between a few weeks to almost a month, well, 3 weeks on some of these things. So mostly dies, some folders, and then one punch. Okay, so we have scheduled our annual stamp sale here in Minot, North Dakota, and this is where we have over 20, sometimes up to 30 people selling their excess paper crafting supplies. And I'm telling you, they are dirt cheap. We have stamp sets for $1, sometimes 50 cents, bundles for like $3 with dies, punches, inks, refills, lots of paper between cardstock and designer paper. It's not all Stampin' Up, but it is the majority is Stampin' Up. So if you are near us in Minot, North Dakota, and you want to take a road trip, hey, Saturday, June 21st, it's usually 9 to 2 that we are open for this sale in Minot, North Dakota. So I have people schedule this around their vacation. So that's why we set the date. I had somebody say, we're coming to Minot. We want to make sure we're going to be there for the sale. So I had to pick a date, and it's usually a week after Father's Day is when we have the sale. So just a heads up on that. Okay. All right. So let's do door prizes. Last week I was giving away a set of these faceted gems to somebody who commented, and one of my free tutorials, which is usually 10 cards, a value of $16. And the winners are Vicki Mayer won the gems, and Carol Koraleski won the free tutorials. So Carol, I will message you hopefully on Facebook, or message me. This is where you can look at all the tutorials that I have available, and you can pick any of them and I will email them to you. So Vicki, I did message you asking for your address, so I will look and see if you message me back on that if you are watching. So congratulations, gals. Remember, you can win prizes when you comment or share my videos. So this time, for the person who comments, I have the, oh gosh, what is the name of this kit? It's one of our kit collections, and it's on sale right now during the last chance sale. And you get 2 of each card, something candles. Anyway, here are the envelopes too. So you get 4 cards and matching envelopes with just for sharing. Oh, I think I got, well, anyway, that's fine. So, so anyway, that is part of a kit collection that that you can get currently on my shopwithleanne.com or in our kit collection. So this is just a quarter or a half of the kit. I can't remember. So that's for commenting. For sharing, you will get a choice of tutorials on my tutorial shop. All right, so let's see what's next. Okay, I am going to feature the heart-shaped bundle. This is in the Sale-a-Bration catalog, and this one is kind of not showing up very well. We'll put it right here. Okay, so this is the dies that go with the stamp set, and this is free with a $120 order. And I finally got to playing with it, and we're using it for club this month. So one of my projects is for club. The other one is something I created. I'm going to show you a couple swaps. Here is one pretty one using the stamps. Let's see, I'm going to bring that back out so you can see, just in case. Get that back on there. And so that uses a lot of things, plus the Arches dies. Now the Arches dies are in the online exclusives. This was a new release in January, and those are out of stock right now. I think we have about a couple weeks to wait till they're back, but that is the Arches dies, which are fabulous. You'll see me use them in a different way today. Here is another pretty one that uses the same paper. These all use the Bloom Impressions paper and this bundle. Here are the leaves and flowers in the greeting. And this is the free Fresh Freesia ribbon that's also in Sale-a-Bration, and the gems, the sequins that are part of Sale-a-Bration too, free item. This is a fun fold card my friend Susie made. It's adorable. Love her color choices, and again the dies and the stamps. So yeah, beautiful projects. Now these are just swaps that I received. So let's see, let's go with, oh, we're gonna go with another card my friend Susie made that I am casing today. She is so talented, and her swaps that we exchange very often I love. So here is her card that I'm casing. Now I don't remember the name of the stamp set. Actually, I'm gonna look it up because I have my catalog right here. It's in the mini catalog and I know it's right here. So it is called One More Year, and it has lots of fun images and lots of great greetings. And she used the wine one. She fussy cut the happy birthday out and did this 3-panel thing. Aging fine like cheese and wine. Isn't that cute? So this is Lost Lagoon with Pretty Peacock. Little bit of Wink of Stella. She colored it so nicely. So that is One More Year. But that is the card that I am casing today. And of course I used the bundle and the Bloom Impressions dies, or bundle. I'm sorry, Bloom Impressions designer paper and the heart-shaped bundle. So and this will be a free tutorial next week on my blog at flowerbug.net. So you can see, you know, I cased the panels, but not the center or the greeting. So, and she used some cardstock and designer paper, and I used all designer paper. So when you case something, you know, you don't have to do it exactly. My circle is larger to fit the heart. So thank you. I'm glad you like that. All right, so we are using, this is Petunia Pop with some Blackberry Bliss. So I've got my stamps, some dies, and I'll get my projects out. So this is scored. So this is a full piece. I'm going to move some of that aside. This is a full 8.5 by 5.5 card, and I scored it at 2 1/8 from each edge. Okay, 2 1/8 here, flip it, 2 1/8 there, and then you get a gatefold card. Okay, so that is the basic card measurements. So sometimes when you have a different fun fold, you need to really score the heck out of it to make it mind. And we're going to glue. I could have done some of these ahead of time, but I'm using different colors this time. Okay, and we will just add some glue to these. Okay. I don't remember the measurements, or I'd give them to you right off. I know the Blackberry Bliss is 4 inches long. I think it might be 1 5/8. And the designer paper is 1 3/8 inch by 3 3/4. Yes, I do remember those. Okay. Oh, I didn't cut myself an inside piece. Well, that's okay. You get the gist on the inside. And I also didn't have enough paper in my scraps to do the inside, but I thought, well, that's an option. You don't have to do the inside. Okay, let's start stamping. Move this aside. Do our 2 images. So the heart image is a perfect match to the die cut. So you'll see that in just a moment. So when you're inking, tap, 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 and travel. You don't need to push on our ink pads because they are very spongy. Okay, and right away I'm going to clean that in my chamois. It's a little bit ways away here. I have so much stuff on my desk just because purple can stain, and so does red. Purple and red stain very easily. So we will do the thank you. And this is the die that comes in the dies, the heart-shaped dies. Now this, like I said, if you're just joining me, this is a bundle from Stampin' Up! That's free with a $120 order. So yeah, I won't be doing the inside because I didn't bring an inside piece. Wouldn't you know it? But that's okay. You can see that. All right, so now this and the die. So when I mean, you can easily use your silicone mat. And there's a couple ways you can do this. So I'll show you one way. So you can this is our silicone mat that's in our catalog, and or you can do, if you have a light hand, you can do some simple smears of glue. I don't like to use dollops. Let me put that on here. Maybe you can see it better. I don't like to use dollops. Oh, that's a little bit, so if I get something bigger on my glue, I will simply spread it with the tip. It does make your tip a little messy, but if you do this, this is another option. You can simply lay, it can be a little bit messy, lay your die onto that glue and get little bits of glue onto that. Now there's one more option, and then this simply dries and you just rub it away. You just rub the clear glue when it dries away. So very easy to do. But the other option we have is something called adhesive sheets. And those adhesive sheets, you can see how this lays perfectly on there. The line of the stamp, this one is, you just have to kind of wiggle it a little bit to get it to lay right. And I don't have any glue on me, so I did well. Okay, let's put these on here. So the trick, I'll show you what I did when I was making this card. I laid this on. You almost need 3 hands, but I'm looking at the border here and trying to match that, and I can see it's a little bit, I'm going to raise this up a little bit, lower this one a little bit. Okay, so while I'm holding that, oh, of course I didn't open my glue. Trying to keep my hand in place, and then simply, ooh, might have got a little bit too much glue there, and then simply add this, centering it. And the glue does tend to have a little bit of a movability to it, so I'm going to try and leave that there. And then I'll do the upper and the lower. Now you could easily do a little tacking with some adhesive so you don't have to hold this like I'm doing. That is probably a better option, but this is how I did it when I made the card yesterday. So I'm just trying to make sure all of these are even. Now I'm pretty much done holding. So another option for you, if you are doing a card that you want the panels in the right place. So this would be another card right here that would be similar. I like how it's just 3 panels. I think these are 1 inches by 3 inches, and you can stamp in the center. It's really pretty layout. Okay, all right, so now this can be laid out, and you know, I think I'm going to add dimensionals to the back. The problem is with this, and I did pre-cut my edges, is that I kind of know, because I just made this card yesterday, where this will go. So we're gonna see if I'm right. Peel these off. And pop this up, center it. There we go. Okay, so now my greeting. You know, I debated on straight or at an angle. I still kind of like at an angle. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do. And these dimensionals were flattened by my clip on my tool caddy here, so they're pretty flat. This won't be popped up a lot. Okay, we're going to aim for the flower right on the line of the heart. You can use a mini glue dot if you don't like glue. And right there. And then I have the free sequins. This is part of the Sale-a-Bration sequins. So I'm just going to use a white one, which seems to show up best. So these are Sale-a-Bration items as well that are free. So there we go. There is the card. So now we have to decide which one do we like better. This is more of a tone on tone. All the same purples, kind of, and this one has a little bit of other colors in it. So I kind of like this one better, but I'll do a poll on my team. Oh yeah, I saw, Barb, that you did place an order. You got this one. Good. It is a beautiful set. I love this. My thoughts of you are all heart shaped. And then just because I care, what a perfect sentiment when you just don't know what to say to somebody, you know. Yeah. And the thank you, my heart loves your heart. There's just a lot of neat little things and sayings in this one. Okay, so that's the first card. Now we have one more coming. Let me put this bin away. Now this, you know, let me see if I can find the designer paper that I used here. Okay, this is one of the papers that I'm using on my kit to go this month. It's called Everyday Happiness. And there are only, I think it's just 3 sheets, could be 4, but you get multiples of each. You can see that this one's the stripe, this one is this one, and this one is the check. So this is called Everyday Happiness. It's available in our online store, and that's what I'm going to use on this next card. Okay, all right, so here are our pieces. And the card, now I'm using, can you see that? This is the Arches dies, and oh gosh, let me get my Arches dies real quick. So if you want to make a fold on a die that has an edge to it, I think this is the one I used. These are the Arches dies. They're fabulous. Just think of the greetings you could do, you know, like I showed you on this card. You can do designer paper. You can do an image like this one. There's, yeah, trees and scenes. Oh, I just love the Arches dies. But what I did here was I think this is about 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I folded it. So then when I cut, I made sure that this was outside the fold. So you first have to fold your card. This is just a simple, you know, full card. Let's see, just think of it like this, like that. And then you have to cut it so that cut line is beyond the score line, okay? So very easy to do, and it just gives you a really neat effect. But this is the cards that we are making for my February card clubs. So easy. I just used a flat base. It's just a really simple card. So let's get started. So this is the Arches dies. Remember, these aren't available for a few more weeks yet, but they are in our online exclusives, available for anybody to order. They are just not seen in a catalog. Okay, that's the only thing online exclusives really means, is that they're not in a catalog. So just seen online. So some people say, well, can I order it? I'm like, of course, anybody can order it at any place or time. It's just only seen online. We do have a flyer. Well, yeah, I think I have a flyer for that one, but all right, so let's get to stamping. We're going to do the same thing. Oh, and my images are on in the other box. So these colors basically include Lost Lagoon and a little bit of, why do I have Wild Wheat? I have such a hard time with that one. Don't know why it just doesn't come up naturally to me for a yellow. Okay, we're inking in Lost Lagoon and stamping towards the bottom. Okay. And then this is part of the designer paper. I thought it was kind of fun to stamp on designer paper. So I'm going to do another thank you because I use a lot of thank yous for online orders. Okay, I'm going to go this way. Okay, give that a little clean. And then in the inside, I have a couple different options. This one is from, gosh, what stamp set is that from? But I'm going to use the My Thoughts of You Are All Heart-Shaped since it's a thank you. Okay. And then in the inside we have this 3 flower, and when I did that, I stamped off first because I wanted it to be lighter. So remember, you always have 2 or 3 tones of ink depending on how dark your ink pad is. So the lighter ink pads don't have as many levels of color in them, but the darker ones really do. So what I did, and oh boy, I'm nervous about doing this on live, but I used my blends marker to color the edge of this. And I used the bullet tip and just went back and forth without going over it too often, too many times, because it can leak through. But some people actually wanted this on all sides, so they did this on all 3 sides, and I'll show you that in a minute, what I mean by that. And I'm doing this kind of fast. That's pretty good. Okay, so see what a difference that makes rather than plain. So some people, because of this, that it kind of bleeds through, they went and colored this side, then they colored this side too. They couldn't stop. It's a neat way to do your stitch dies to add a little bit of color to them. Yeah, it is a really neat card. Thank you, Annette. So yeah, again, this little heart die will fit exactly on there. I guess I really like how that, come on you, how the vine underneath the stamped area just kind of adds a little extra detail to this one. Just a little bit here and there on some leaves just to make it stick. Okay, that should do it. And then to pick it up, find a leaf that doesn't have glue. And like I said, if you don't like glue, we have adhesive sheets that you can add to your cardstock or designer paper before you cut it out. And then you simply peel off the backing and you don't have any glue. So this is going to go to the very top. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do the twine. Now this is our Lost Lagoon college. It's kind of a shiny cording. And so I want my bow on the opposite side. So I have about the right length. And I'm going to use my reverse tweezers. I can usually do it without, but for some people that have, so what this does is it kind of grabs on to your cording while you're trying to tie your knot. And there we go. So then I unclip that and finish tightening, and then I can loosen that a little bit. It's very slippery, so, and you can move that however you want it. Then we add our little greeting, and because this is designer paper, I don't want it to hang off too far because it's a little less, it's not as thick as cardstock is. So if it gets a lot of use, it may, so I just don't want it to hang off a whole lot. Okay, now for my gems, I am using the iridescent faceted gems. Aren't they pretty? They're kind of opaque, but faceted with like a 5-star iridescent sheen to it. So we'll use one here. I'm going to use the larger ones. I have one more club tonight, so we will use the large ones. Just kind of a trio. So I really like this one best because it has the different tones in it and has a little bit of yellow on it too. So what do you think? I think it's just a fun card. Now you could certainly have another card that opens, but I don't think it's necessary. I think sometimes the simple design is fun. So that's what we did today. So happy anniversary from, I don't remember which set, Just Because I Care, and then thank you. So lots of varieties here. So if you just joined me, the other cards we made with this set are this one here with the triple panel front. So that's what we did today with the heart-shaped bundle. Okay, all right, I think that's it. Yeah, exactly. I know that you ordered those gems, Caroline. They are so pretty. Okay, all right, I think that's all. And remember that Sale-a-Bration is less than 2 weeks. And if you want to place an order, here's my current host code. And you can get to my site by shopwithleanne.com or stampinup.com to start your order. And don't forget to click on what's new or online exclusives to see everything, because there is so much that is not in a catalog that is in our online store. There's a lot. And then the last chance list, oh my goodness. Hold on a second, I have to show you one thing. Did I show this last week? I don't know, but this is a kit, and this is all from me. This is not coming in the kit, but this was $25, and it has pockets for all the different cards, and it comes with, I think it's 10 cards that you can make, and so you get all of this for $7.50. It's like crazy. You get this organizing birthday, anniversary, event book, and it's big. I don't know, I mean, it's big. And then you can insert the 10 cards, no stamping, everything's ready. So yeah, they're gorgeous cards, and this all for $7.50. It's half off of the regular price, all in the Last Chance store. So yeah, make sure you check out the Last Chance store or list before things go away. They will not last long. But all right, thanks so much, everybody. I will see you next week on Tuesday, 11 a.m. Thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye.